Let's now show two examples of domain and range depending on the scenario we're given. So, given a list of points, our domain is the input, right? Or the x values. So our domain we could list as, and I like to list from smallest to largest just out of habit. This is, as I say, is the only way to put them. But so my smallest x value would be -2. Then I'd have -1, 3, and 4. In the range, my smallest value, so looking at my y values, -3, 0, 2, and 4. And now I've listed all my x values in the domain and all my y values in the range. If, for example, we'd also thrown in the point 4, 7, notice I already have 4 listed in my domain, or the x value. I don't have to list it again. It's already taken care of by this point. Whereas my range, I would have to list the point 7 because it's not there yet. So anytime I have a repeating number, I only have to list it once when I'm listing my domain and range. Similarly, looking at a graph, remember, if I'm looking at the domain, I'm looking at possible x values. And if I'm looking at the range, I'm looking at possible y values. Now, x values are my x-axis, right? Left to right. So I look at it like I'm reading a book. Starting from the left side, notice my graph picks up here at -5 and then continues on for forever. So in a way, I want to tell the domain is any x value bigger than or equal to -5. Another way of doing this is with what's called function notation or set notation. So set, if we want to do a set, we would say this graph has a domain that is in between from -5 to infinity. Hard bracket means equal to. So hard bracket is the same as a symbol like this. This is what's called a soft bracket. Soft bracket happens when we want greater than or less than, but not equal to. Since we can't ever really equal infinity, we have a soft bracket. Just like with the range, if we go in the y values, and we're coming from the bottom and working up, notice our range starts at -4, and then increases up on for forever. So we want y values that are bigger than or equal to -4. So in this type of notation, we would say, well, that's -4 to infinity.